Hi again, and welcome back to OnlineNetworkCoach.com. I'm your host, Stan Hashey, and this is your third session in making the network marketing decision. Have you noticed that every time someone talks to you about networking or multi-level marketing, they talk about exotic cars and fancy homes and making millions? So people who get involved set their expectations too high, based on the top leaders without knowing exactly how they got there in the first place. After a few months, people quit and they say, hey, I'll never try that again. Well, let's make the goals realistic with the time and effort that you're willing to put into the business. Remind yourself that you're there for your own objectives, not to make a fat check for your enroller. You should be the one asking your sponsor for help and assistance anytime that you need it. Networking is an excellent way to make new friends, and networkers often become family and develop very strong bonds with one another. It's another important reason to be involved with the right company. Too often those leaders will use this influence to drag their followers from one company to another. And, well, I would say that's manipulation. The DSA, Direct Sales Association, says that the median annual income for those in direct sales is $2,400 a year. And that doesn't include the products or the expenses related to that. These numbers would change dramatically if some of these people made a paradigm shift. I believe that they are groomed to move on. They just need a better business opportunity. An acquaintance of mine spent 15 years in networking doing 15 different companies that let him down. He paid his dues and then he went on from broke to millionaire in the first year with a 16 company. He was finally convinced with going with a well-established company instead of getting involved with startups. The problem with ground floor opportunities is that people get buried with them in the first 12 months. As a rule of thumb, don't get involved with a company unless it has at least 3 years of proven management experience. Unless you know something I don't. Most experienced MLM people won't go with an established company because they want to cut a deal. And don't get lulled by the fact that rich gurus are jumping in. MLM superstars are paid to get in and influence your decision. Some companies will offer them what we call a grandfather clause with all kinds of perks that are not available to you. You're not on the same playing field, and these gurus are the first in and also the first out. In the business world, we used to call this FIFO, first in, first out. A lot of network marketing companies are based on massive recruiting efforts to keep ahead of the people dropping out. It's a bit like pouring water into a basket, if you want. The reasons for massive dropout rates are that they don't have a competitively priced product that everyone wants. And a lot of these MLM deals don't have a repeat business where the same customers buy month after month. Some companies use the products as an excuse for business and use huge markups in the scheme of things. Just go back to the marketing rule and eliminate those companies. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, hey, I can't get my family involved with this. I got them involved in another thing that failed and they haven't forgiven me for it. Well, let me tell you this. If you're hesitant to talk to your family and friends about a business venture, you shouldn't be talking to strangers either. Now, think about that for a minute. If you don't have all the facts, get them. If they make sense and you've done your homework, it might be a good opportunity to get your credibility back. Everyone makes mistakes, and the secret to success is based on the number of failures. I don't know of one single person in the world who has become successful without failing. And it takes courage to get up and dust yourself off and start again. But then I would hope that maybe we've learned something from the experience. In a corporate world, whenever we would get into a deadlock with management, we would call an outside consultant to come in, analyze, and make recommendations to improve performance. When you think about it, it's totally ridiculous that an outsider would come into your company and tell you what's wrong. Management knows what's wrong. They need an outsider to come in and get everyone on the same page. Because the consultant said it. It became okay for people to change their ways and to get on with the program. Isn't that strange? I'm hoping that you'll see these coaching sessions in the same light. If what you're doing is fine and you're comfortable with that, all the power to you. You know you're on the right track. And if it makes you cringe a little, make some adjustments. I don't believe in motivators or motivating people. When you find your why, you'll be motivated from within and nothing can stop you from then on. Just make sure that you have the right vehicle. In the next session, we'll cover the 3 basic marketing company compensation plans. They are the binary, the matrix, and the unilevel model. In the meantime, drop into our website and leave us a message. We'll get back to you with an answer to your questions.